That's too funny. Hi everyone, it's Elizabeth from stampscrapandmore.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Canada, and you've just been invited to a snowball fight. I am here today to share with you a gift packaging idea using the Kraft gift boxes. These are in the July to December mini catalog. However, they're not on the retiring list, so they will be carrying over. I don't know if they'll appear in next year's annual catalog, but they are not retiring at the end of this year. So let's get started, and I'm going to share with you the measurements because this is key to this box. It's not a large box, so you've got to give it some thought as to what you want to put inside the box, and I'm going to give you some ideas. So this is the box that I'm referring to. It's really a thick Kraft cardstock. The measurements, this will give you some measurements so that you can think of things that you can put into the box. It is in Imperial, 4.5 inches wide, 6.5 inches tall, 3/4 of an inch deep. In metric, it's 11.5 inches wide, 16.5 inches tall, and 1.8 inches deep. So you have to keep that in mind when you're thinking of packaging and what you can use it for. The obvious thing, folks, are cards. So that is the number one thing that you can put into here. So as you stamp along with me, I will share other ideas that you can use. So I'm also using the Tidings and Trimming stamp set. I am also going to use the coordinating dies. Technically, I'm only using the small star and the filigree and the two berries. Because it's who I am, I'm going to be using the Tasteful Label dies. This large one will be in Evening Evergreen. This one will be in Basic White. The large circle will be in Basic White and one in Soft Suede. Cardstock will be Evening Evergreen, Soft Suede, Basic White, Gold Foil, and Red Foil. And the stamp pads will be, or the ink will be, Evening Evergreen and Soft Suede. And because I love them and it adds a little bit of sparkle, the Simply Elegant trim, we're going to be using the gold. And I'm also going to incorporate some of the Evening Evergreen ribbon. I think this is like the weave ribbon it's called. Okay, so let's get started. Using the 2-leaf stamp from Tidings and Trimming. So we're going to be using this leaf here. We're also going to be using the star, the solid star, and the to and from, and it's the most wonderful time of the year. Those are the stamps we're going to be using. So I'm going to take the soft suede and I'm going to stamp a tone on tone using these leaves around the box. And I am going to just put this in here so that I'm not messing up the window sheet too much. And, I'm going to randomly stamp. You can stamp off the edge. It doesn't matter. It's however it looks good to you, however it pleases your eye. And this is just giving the box a little bit of interest and detail. You can leave it blank if you want. You could use designer series paper. And I'm going to get another one there. This is kind of like making your own designer series paper. I think that's it. You can go overboard on that. While I have the soft suede ink out, I'm just going to put this to the side. I have die cut out the Basic White, and I am actually going to stamp the to and from, because I did not tell you. Did I show you the box? I think I did. Did I show you the box? Maybe I didn't show you the box. This is what we're going to do. And so on the back of here, I stamped the to and from. Maybe I didn't show you the box. I thought it was pretty. So I'm going to stamp the to and from on the back of the Basic White and put that aside. Oh, and I need this a little bit more. I'm going to take the Basic White that I die cut out of the Tasteful Label dies, and using Evening Evergreen and the sentiment that says it's the most wonderful time of the year, I am going to stamp this on this label, keeping a little bit towards the bottom so that when it sits on the box like this, it's not covered up as much by the bow. Lesson learned. And the other reason being is I'm going to actually stamp some of the solid stars using the soft suede, and I'm just going to do a couple of random stars on here, like that. Okay, dokie. We can put the soft suede away, we can put the evening evergreen away, and now I'm going to, this is really quick to put together. I'm going to take the evening evergreen and I'm going to layer this basic white on top with some dimensionals. And make sure you put a dimensionals in the middle. I put one in the middle as well so that there's no saggy bottoms. I kept the dimensionals intentionally towards the, not right at the very edge, because this does sit over the edge a little bit and I didn't want the adhesive sitting over the edge. Just a word of a tip. And I'm going to add that to the top. And now I've die cut out 2 of the berries using the red foil. I think that's the one that's almost empty. And I'm going to take some Tombow glue and I'm just going to add a little bit of Tombow glue to the stem. And I'm going to tuck this in like that. If you hit one of the dimensionals, don't worry about it. Just trim off the stem a little bit like that. And this is what is known in card making as card candy. So it doesn't have to go on the package. It's sort of a standalone element that could go on the front of a card. So if you wanted to, I've done card candy swaps when I've gone to conventions. There's been swaps that are just for card candy. Or you can create a whole bunch of these and put them in a little baggie, and if you ever need a card, you just pick it out and you kind of can add it to a card really quickly, and it's a really pretty element. Okay, so that is that. If you wanted to take it up just a notch, you can bring out the Wink of Stella, and you're not going to see this too much, but I'm going to add a little bit of Wink of Stella just to the star. But be careful not to go over the edge of the star because it will bleed. You will, I think, the ink will bleed. And I just added a little bit of sparkle. You can hardly see it depending on the light. You'll see it depending on the light. Okay, so I've die cut that out. I have already die cut out this large circle in the soft suede. And I have already die cut out using the gold foil, the small star. What I'm going to do now is, where is, there it is. I put it away. Would you believe I actually put something away? Using the gold foil, I'm going to die cut out this center filigree for the small star, but it would be a pain to add adhesive to that and to add it to the top of this star. And if you did, the liquid glue would kind of get stuck on here, and it's really hard to get liquid glue off of the foil. So I've got a piece of the adhesive sheets. I'm going to peel this off. This is probably the hardest part. I'm going to peel that off. There we go. That's garbage. And I've got this piece here, and it's got adhesive on the back. Whoops. I'm going to lay it down there like that. I cut it actually too big. I'm just going to trim it off so that that adhesive doesn't get on everything. Okay. And it's just big enough for this, right? It is. So I'm going to bring up my Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine, which is on the table beside me, also known as the floor. And I'm going to die cut this out. Whoops. Nope. Forgot the top plate. Give me 1 second. There we go. I had to go get the top plate. All right, and you can see I've just laid it there on the on the plate, and I'm going to run this through the machine like that. this back on the floor. Okay. And I'm going to show you how simple this is. So I have this piece of that's been die cut, and I'm just going to pull the adhesive off the back. Look at that. And now it's got adhesive where the adhesive should be. And I don't have to worry about getting the Tombow glue onto the gold foil. There we go. Perfecto. And now I'm going to take the two, the soft suede, the basic white with the two from on the back. And I'm going to take the star. And I'm going to get my good old crocodile. And I'm just going to put a hole in all three. Like that. Okay, and I'm going to put that to the side. I'm going to bring out my box. Bring my box back. As I had mentioned before, this is a really thick, or I think I mentioned, it's a really thick cardstock. Very thick. So make sure you fold all those lines in together. Or the score lines. Like that, like that, like that, like that. Like that. Okay. And now I'm going to build the box. And the thing is, Stampin' Up! Has made it so easy. They have adhesive on the corners. So you're going to match up those corners. So have you been giving some thought as to what can go into this box? So you can do cards. You can do a set of cards. You can do a set of tags, Christmas tags. You can do a thin, would have to be thin, scarf, chiffon scarf. One of my brilliant customers suggested gloves. I think that is such a smart idea. You can put in a cookie, one of those large cookies. Okay, so let me just finish this off here. There we go. So there is the box, and there it is, all folded. All right. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the ribbon, like here. You can actually do it either way. You can do it this way, fold it this way. I actually liked it better this way. What else? Did I say tea bags? You can put some fancy teas in here. I think that would be really pretty. You can hot chocolate. Just give me a second while I make this bow. It will actually even fit if you can get some really nice tea light candles. It will fit 12 tea light candles perfectly. I have some old tea light candles here. I actually went through the house looking for tea light candles or looking for things that I could put inside. And tea light candles, I have some old ones that I'll show you. Oh, I can't because I actually sealed it up. Okay, let me flip this off like that. Yes. So here's the box. So don't ignore the candles because they're not, well, some of them are pretty, some of them are not pretty. So these are, I've got some silver ones from last year. But you can see how it can fit. Let me put in. It can fit 12 tea light candles. I would pick really pretty tea light candles to put in, like the silver ones, but if you found them in gold, I would do that. But so that the tea light candles fit in. Let me just get the hot chocolate here. Like I told you, I went throughout the house and I was looking for ideas. So you could get, like this is Tim Hortons hot chocolate. You could put in, how many packages do I have? You could put in a few packages of the hot chocolate. Tea bags. You can put lots of specialty tea bags in here. With the tea bags, I would put a little glue dot underneath so that they held in place. You can put chocolates in here. If you've got low profile chocolates, you know, the really sort of handcrafted, I'm going to take this ribbon apart again, some handcrafted chocolates, you could put those in here. Candy, you can get some small candy, like I don't have a lot of these, but these Christmas peppermint candies. So the idea is to go through the house, or I always like to go to like the bulk barn and look for holiday-ish treats. I always like to get ones that are pre-wrapped so that you don't have to worry about, we couldn't do it with chocolates though, but you know, pre-wrapped candies. So it's just food safe. So there's lots of things that you can use, but the go-to is, oops, that was not a great bow. The go-to is cards and gift tags. There we go. And I'm going to just trim those edges off. So, you know, the last bow I did was better. That's okay. I'm not doing it over again. Let me just fiddle with this just a bit like that. Okay. And now I'm going to take the card candy I made, and I'm going to put some dimensionals on here, and I'm going to remember to put one in the middle so that it doesn't sag. Great hostess gift if you want to put a set of cards in here. It can be all occasion cards, doesn't have to be holiday cards. And this may be Merry Christmas, but you can do this for birthday. Mother's Day's coming up, right? Well, not coming up, it's next May, is it? You can do Mother's Day. So there's all kinds of things that you can do with this. And then the last thing we're going to do, I have taken these 3 pieces, and I'm going to take the Simply Elegant trim, which I adore. And I'm going to take off, 16 inches. And I'm going to loop it through, loop it through here first. And now, then I'm going to loop it through here, here, whoops, here, and here. And you don't want to tie it too tight so that the tags aren't free, that they don't dangle. So you're gonna, but you need to, so leave it a little bit loose, because when you pull the loops together to make sure the knot is really good, because the ribbon is kind of slick, the trim. So make sure you leave enough room for it to dangle a little bit. There we go. And then the last, you don't have to do this, but the last thing I did, because I like these to spread evenly, I'm going to put a glue dot, a dimensional, you could use a glue dot if you want, in between each layer so that they kind of stay pretty. And it kind of is a skew like that. So that is the box, and I thought it was really pretty. This was a Facebook Live I did this morning for the Global Share Fair, and I just wanted to redo the video for you guys so that there was no interruptions in it. So I hope you enjoyed that. Tag, you're it. I hope you enjoyed that really simple box, and that if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me, info@stampscrapandmore.com. I'm Elizabeth. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Canada, and happy stamping. Take care.